Okay students, in the last class you have learnt the difficult words from the poem Once Upon a Time written by Gabriel Okara. And in this class you are going to learn the gist of the poem. That means the summary of the poem. What is the meaning? Why is the poet Gabriel Okara has written the poem Once Upon a Time? We are going to learn now. Okay. So in this poem, a narrator. I already told you that a narrator may not be the poet or may be the poet. Here is also a narrator. Who is he talking to? He is addressing. So what is meant by addressing? He is talking to his newborn son. So he is talking to his newborn son. There is a narrator. The narrator is addressing his newborn son. What does he say? The differences between the old period and the modern generation. He is going to speak about them. And now he takes some points into consideration. The first one, he talks about a smile. All of you know that. What is a smile? A smile makes people come together. A smile makes people friends. A smile makes many things in the world. Though it doesn't cost anything, it makes many things for us. Okay, the smile. How was it in the olden times? How is it in modern times? He is going to check now. So he says his son, who? The narrator addresses his son that people used to smile with their lips, with their heart. The feelings of the heart have been reflected on their lips when they smile in the olden times. So the heart, when it is happy, the smile too will be very happy and very good. But modern times, people show the expanded lips. But there will be no happiness in that smile. They may be having some other feeling in the heart, a negative feeling in the heart, and that is not expressed in their smile. The smile is a cheating smile in the modern times. So he says that once upon a time, people smile happily. Happily from the heart, they smile that my friend has come. Like that, the feeling of happiness is there in their heart. But modern times, people are not smiling like that. They are smiling, their lips are expanded, but their heart doesn't bear that smile. There may be something going on in their mind or a heart, a negative feeling about the person whom they met. So the smile is changed. So ఒకప్పుడు పీపుల్ ఎలా నవ్వేవాళ్ళంటే ఎదురుగా వచ్చేవాడి ఫ్రెండ్ అయితే వాడిని హ్యాపీగా వెల్కమ్ చేస్తూ ఆ సంతోషాన్ని తన ఫ్రెండ్ కనిపించినాడన్న సంతోషాన్ని అంతా తన పెదవుల్లో చూపించేవాళ్ళు, కళ్ళల్లో చూపించేవాళ్ళు. సో ద ఐస్ అండ్ ద లిప్స్ రిఫ్లెక్ట్ ద స్మైల్. కళ్ళల్లో పెదవుల్లో సంతోషం కనిపించేది. ఇప్పుడు అలా కాదు. ఇప్పుడు ఎలా నవ్వుతారంటే పెదవులు ఎక్స్పాండ్ అవుతున్నాయి, పళ్ళు కనిపిస్తున్నాయి, కానీ మనసు లోపల సంతోషం లేదు, ఎదుటి వాళ్ళని చూసినామన్నటువంటి ఫీలింగ్ కూడా లేదు. అలాంటి స్మైల్ని ఎవరు కోరుకోవటం లేదు. సో the poet first addresses the smile. And the second one he speaks about is handshake. How do people used to handshake in the olden times? Of course, you learned a lot about handshake in the previous semester in the lesson on shaking hands. How do we shake hands? We shook hands with when there is a mutual understanding between you. We shook hands when we really like the person. We already told that our hand is a representation of our heart. So in the olden times, handshake again is from the heart. With a kindness, with a happiness, we shook hands. When we touch the other's hand, then and there itself the people will understand that your hand bears a good feeling in your heart. But modern times, the modern society, how do we shook hands? We shook hands, but our hand doesn't carry any love or affection in it. What does it carry then? We shook hands with our one hand, with the other hand we search how rich are they, or we check the person's personality. So what are we doing here? ఒక చేత్తో షేక్ హ్యాండ్ చేస్తున్నాం ఇప్పుడు మోడర్న్ సొసైటీలో. ఇంకొక చేత్తో వీడు రిచ్చా కాదా అని మనం అనలైజ్ చేస్తున్నాం. అంటే మనిషి యొక్క గొప్పదనాన్ని ఇప్పుడు డబ్బే కొలుస్తోంది. అంటే ఏంటి? ప్రేమ, అభిమానం, ఆప్యాయత ఇవన్నీ పోయి కేవలం డబ్బు కోసమే మనుషులు ఎదుటి వాళ్ళతో షేక్ హ్యాండ్ చేస్తున్నట్టు, కేవలం ఎదుటి వాళ్ళ నుంచి పేరు ప్రఖ్యాతులు సంపాదించడానికే హ్యాండ్ షేక్ చేస్తున్నారు. అంటే ఒకప్పుడు ఉన్నటువంటి సొసైటీలో వాడు ఎలాంటి వాడైనా సరే ప్రేమగా, ఆప్యాయంగా, ఆత్మీయంగా హ్యాండ్ షేక్ చేసేవాళ్ళు. ఇప్పుడు అలాంటి పరిస్థితి లేదు. అద్దాస్ హ్యాండ్ షేక్ 2 was lost. And the third one, invitations. Everyone will ask you to come to their home. Of course, COVID has changed the perception now, but in the good olden days, everyone used to welcome you to their home. So in the good olden days, how do you go? You go and settle in their homes only, no doubt of it. బంధువుల ఇంటికి వెళ్తే ఎన్ని రోజులైనా ఉండిపోవచ్చు. బట్ ఇన్ మోడర్న్ టైమ్స్ ఇఫ్ యూ గో టు వన్ పర్సన్స్ హోమ్, దే సే కమ్ ఆన్, ఫీల్ అట్ హోమ్. మీ ఇంట్లో ఉన్నట్టుగా ఉండు అని అంటారు. బట్ యూ గో ఫర్ 1 time, 2 times, 3rd time, no doubt they will shut doors against you. And that time the doors will not be open for you because you're going again and again and you're causing a lot of disturbance for them. They didn't want it to be done. Okay, people may invite you saying that come to my home, feel at home, but if you go more than 3 times, the doors will be shut. They may not welcome you. And thus, the modern times, nobody is inviting with a kind of open heart, with a kind of happiness, and so that restrict your visit to others' homes. So, the 3 things basically he speaks to us. And now he moves on to the next point. How are the people generally in modern society? How are the people in the modern society? First he says that all the people started to wear mask. We are wearing a face on our face. So he says the term face on face. We have so many faces, he says. According to Okara, we have so many faces. We have a home face, we have a party face, we have a street face, we have an office face or the shop face, like that. Wherever we go, we wear a face. We show or we hide our feelings. We don't show our real feelings. మన లోపల నిజంగా కనిపించేది ఏది మనం చూపించట్లేదు. We are going in a street. We saw somebody coming in front of us. We smile, but that smile is not realistic. We shook hands, but that shaking hands is not realistic. So what are we doing? We are wearing face on our faces, a face on face. So in that way, in such a way that we are wearing our realistic feelings. We are not wearing our realistic feelings. We are hiding them. And so we learn to wear so many faces. There is a party face. There is an office face. Like this, there are so many faces that we are wearing on our faces. And thus, we are hiding ourselves. And he says that everyone is having a 2-faced society. So we meet a friend. He says that, good talking to you. But he doesn't mean it. It's not there in his heart. He just will say good talking to you. But he means the other way, good riddance. When he say goodbye, it doesn't mean, it's not a happy bidding. It's only he says that goodbye. So the words are spoken, but they are totally misinterpreted in the heart of hearts. బయటకి మాత్రమే మాటలు మాట్లాడతారు, లోపల ఉన్న ఫీలింగ్స్ అంతా కూడా వేరే రకంగా అనుకుంటూ ఉంటున్నారు. సో ఇలాంటి ఒక సొసైటీలో మనం అంతా బతుకుతున్నాం. కాబట్టి పోయెట్ ఏం చెప్తాడంటే తన కొడుకుతో, లెట్ మీ లెర్న్ ద ఇన్నోసెన్స్ ఫ్రమ్ యూ. సో హీ వాంటెడ్ టు అన్లెర్న్. He uses a beautiful phrase here. He wanted to unlearn all these things that the society has taught him. ఈ మోడర్న్ సొసైటీ ఏమైతే నేర్పించిందో ఇవన్నిటిని అన్లర్న్ చేయాలి, అంటే వదిలేయాలి. అన్లర్న్ చేయటం అంటే ఏంటి? వదిలేయడం. సో వాట్ హీ వాంట్స్ టు లెర్న్ ఫ్రమ్ హిస్ సన్? హీ వాంట్స్ టు రీలెర్న్. ద న్యూ బార్న్ బేబీ, హౌ గుడ్ ఈస్ హిస్ స్మైల్, హౌ ఇన్నోసెంట్ ఈస్ హిస్ లుక్. He may not have any hypocritic feelings. He will have the realistic behavior. So like that, if there is an inconvenience, the baby certainly will cry. It may not accept, it may not smile, In the same way, Gabriel Okara too wants to relearn the innocence or the happiness, the real happiness from his son. So what he wants to learn? He wants to learn the real happiness from his son. So in that way, once upon a time, people were so happy. And now in the modern society, people were not at all happy. They were in a great anguish, in a great pain. And again, Gabriel Okara wants to be happy by becoming just like a newborn baby. And thus, he is giving a kind of message to all of us students that let us be happy. Because the life is so small. As it is very small, we must be happy with all the means of our life. Thank you very much.